Welcome to this week's edition of the Contact Center World Industry Roundup, presented by Raj Wadhwani.
Welcome to this week's edition, featuring industry news, upcoming events, and some industry tips. Let's start with some breaking news. It's International Contact Center Week, and contact centers and those supporting the industry all around the world are celebrating our amazing industry. We want to thank those for taking part in raising our industry profile and wish you lots of fun and success this week. In this week's news, new and expanding centres, job cuts, and we finish with some technology and business news.
This segment is brought to you by the 2014 Top Ranking Performers Best in the World Conference. Book your place at this prestigious event today.
In Tempe, Arizona, Xerox are recruiting 200 temporary customer care reps. The company has 700 employees across 2 Tempe locations already. In Gambia, a hotline has been set up by the Ministry of Health to deal with Ebola emergencies and inquiries. In Louisville, Kentucky, global outsourcer Teleperformance is recruiting 750 staff for a new contact center they are opening this October. Las Vegas, Nevada is where another outsourcer, C3, has hired around 300 staff for its new facility there and expects to hire another 500 more by January 1st, according to company officials. In the UK, Agilicis has announced 50 new jobs as they roll out support for the Legal Aid Agency. The helpline service is funded by Legal Aid and helps determine whether people qualify for support. Over to Romania. TELUS International plans to recruit 100 staff. In Dallas, Aegis, another outsourcer, plans to host a job fair to recruit 1,000 agents in sales and service positions for healthcare clients. The Ministry of Public Health and PayWast have launched a health call centre to help Afghans consult with doctors through telecommunications. The centre is based in Kabul. Outsourcer Conduit Global says it's hiring 200 reps for their San Antonio, Texas centre. This follows an earlier announcement in July that the company was cutting 225 positions. Ubiquity in the Philippines is opening its cyber centre in Bacolod City and says they will recruit 500 staff by 2015. And in Cascade Township, Michigan, Direct Dialogue has opened a new office with 250 staff. A spokesperson said the customer engagement jobs are being brought back to America from overseas. Now on to some job cuts. Wells Fargo in Roanoke have announced 105 jobs are to go. According to a spokesperson, the loss is tied to cuts in foreclosures and delinquencies. In Ireland, 160 jobs to go at 3. This follows the acquisition of major rival O2. Robert Finnegan, 3 Ireland chief executives, said the job losses were about redirecting resources. Now on to some technology and business news. According to Markets and Markets, the cloud-based contact center market is set to grow from $4.1 billion to $10.9 billion in 2019. According to the company, North America will take the lead, and other markets will catch up in the later years. In Tokyo, Transcosmos, an outsourcer, has announced plans to offer a full omni-channel support service. And in Germany, Vodafone has announced plans to boost customer service with the addition of 400 in-store experts, support over Twitter and Facebook, and a personal home service. Australia internet company iiNet has acquired 60% stake in IT services firm Tech2 Group. In Ireland, there is shock as 10,000 calls are received to an eating disorder helpline. According to Bodywise, the Eating Disorder Association of Ireland, it says that those aged between 25 and 35 now account for the majority of callers, compared to 19 to 24-year-olds in the past. The energy regulator Ofgem in the UK has allowed energy firm npower to continue with telephone sales. This follows an ultimatum that unless npower improve customer service standards, it will be stopped from selling contracts over the phone. And in Cwmbran, Wales, the company that we announced last week was recruiting have been overwhelmed by response. We Fight Any Claims has reported over 600 applications for the 140 positions they are recruiting. All we can say is that's the norm in the contact centre world. In September, there are 2 events we're featuring. There's the Avaya PDS user group, which is taking place in Las Vegas, and the Asia Pacific Outsourcing Summit taking place in Singapore. Details for both are available on our website. Then in November, the one event of the year where the best contact centres from all around the world share their best practices with everyone. It's a 2014 Top Ranking Performers Conference, our very own event that takes place in Las Vegas from the 10th to the 14th of November at Vidara. This is a unique event where delegates get to hear the best ideas from world-class contact centres and have a unique networking opportunity. Although we are 2 months out, we are already 80% sold out, so recommend if you're interested in best practices, go to our website for more information and to book.
This segment is brought to you by TopPlaceToWork.com, the online employee engagement tool for businesses of every size.
One of the mistakes a lot of organizations make when they use an automated attendant or IVR is that they often tell the customer what to press before they've given them details of what they're going to get. Let me give you an example. When you phone through to a company and they say to you, press 1 for customer service, and you're looking for customer service, chances are you weren't listening to press 1. Therefore, you're listening through the whole message, trying to figure out what option you're supposed to press. It's better practice to actually say, for customer service, press 1. One thing that very good contact center agents do is they empathize with the customer. That's something that you can train your own agents in. And one technique to use is to play your staff tapes of insincere as well as very sincere agents and ask them to describe how they would feel if they were the customer. This will give them a great insight into what empathy is all about, and this will help you and your staff deliver a much better customer service. One of the things that I used to do as a trainer is to take a bowl of sweets into every single training class. That way, when I'm training, I can use them as incentives. It's fantastic to offer your staff the opportunity to win extra rewards in training classes through quizzes, through tests, through even just turning up on time. And small things like sweets can go a long way, so please include them in every single training session.